First and foremost, all praises be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, and Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the GMS that rule well and teach well and sincerely taught us the truth. Shalawam to the 144,000 hopeful elect out there, as well as the 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining yourself in this truth. Shalawam, Shalawam. Hey, Yasharahla. So the title of this lesson will be, you will be tested. Right? So understanding that you will be tested, man. Hey, just getting off the plantation was tested today, man. You know, not too crazy, but Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is going to try you, right? And he knows that you can take and you can overcome whatever test that he's putting in front of you. He's not gonna overwhelm you, right? If you truly trust in him and believe in him, then you're gonna be able to pass every single test. So the main part of the thing is, did you study? Just how a worldly test comes to be, pop quizzes, things like that. It's, did you study, right? So you really got to ask yourself that when you're undergoing trials, tribulations, right? And hey, a main star of the class is Job, okay? He was studied up. And since I ain't speaking of education or et cetera, well, in a sense it is, of knowing the law and knowing the commandments and knowing how to carry yourself and how to handle situations like this, right? You know, more so that wisdom, having that tawak. So, did you study? Did you read the scriptures? Do you know what you're supposed to do in these type of situations? Do you know how to carry yourself? So let's go to Job chapter 2. And let's start at the top. Again, there was a day when the sons of power came to present themselves before Yahawah, and Satan came also among them to present himself before Yahawah. And Yahawah said unto Satan, From whence cometh thou? And Satan answered Yahawah, and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down to it. Walking up and down in it. So Satan basically was patrolling the earth, right, doing what he was supposed to do, under Yahawah's observation, ordained by Yahawah to do that, right? Verse 3. And Yahawah said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, is a perfect and upright man, one that feareth Yahawah, and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although if thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered Yahawah and said, Skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will give for his life. But put forth thine hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And Yahawah said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. So he allowed him to be tested to the point of almost death, right? But he said, save his life. You can't take his life, but he's in your hands to do what you want to him. So he allowed that to be. And Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi believed that Job could take it. And Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi knew that Job could, you know, take it. Alright? So it wasn't, that's once again a test that you're getting that Yahawah knows that you can undergo. Okay? Now, do we pass every single test? No. Alright, sometimes we may fail a test. Sometimes we may miss some answers and get through the test barely with a D- or whatever it may be. Right? But that's why you gotta continue to study, continue to, you know, grow in this thing, constantly build your faith, constantly build your spirit. So, hey, today at work, man, my boss, plantation slave master, man, he gave me a tedious task, something that was really annoying, like, I mean, really annoying. But I'm like, whatever, you know, you take it cheerfully, because you never look at the person and be like, why are you doing this to me? It's Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi ordaining that person to do that to you. For whatever may come to you, take cheerfully, right? What's that, Ecclesiastes Ecclesiastes, the second chapter. So take it cheerfully. So I took it cheerfully. I know the task that I was given is real tedious, it's real annoying, and it was going to take me all day, and I didn't even finish it. I got to do some more of it tomorrow, right? But whatever. You take it without complaints, and you just do it. You know, because all that other stuff, you complaining, but you still got to do it. So what's the point of complaining? That's what I say all the time. Like, you still got to do it. Is complaining going to make the task go away? No. We can complain about Babylon all we want, but we still got to go to the plantation. We still got to work. We still got to deal with everything in this place. It's still going to vex us, you know? So, the task, once again, is real tedious, but I know, man, I got off all next week, put in to, you know, vacation time. So, I could look at it and be like, he only doing this because I got vacation next week or whatever, but that don't even matter. It's like, whatever. I'm in good spirits. You want to keep a good spirit always. You know, don't let this place break you down. Don't let this place get you down. Because as we see during the story of Job, did he allow it to get him down? No. In a sense, it got him low, and it got him to the point of where he was like, why am I even here? Why was I even born? Right? But did he ever turn his back on Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi? No, he never did. And when Yahawah was speaking to him, he was like, do you know how I did this? Do you know how I did this? Do you know how I created Leviathan? You know how I created the heavens? Etc., etc. So, don't question Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, why he may bring something on you. It's to refine you. It's for whatever purpose that he has in his mind to bring it on you. It's to make you a better person at the end of the day, you know? So that's what we got to keep in mind. So even though the task that I had to do today was super tedious, I kept in mind, you know, it's to get the records better, it's whatever it is, you know. And at the end of the day, man, I ain't gonna be in this place next week. I'm out of here, right? So that's what we keeping our eye on. What we keeping our eye on? The kingdom, knowing that we won't be in Babylon forever. Just how I'm keeping my eye on not being here next week, we keeping our eye on the long game is being in the kingdom, okay? And being in a position of sovereign, not being under the thumb of a slave master who can come in and tell me I got to do this and do that and do this and do that, right? A tedious task or whatever it may be, something pointless that I may not even care about, but hey, whatever, do it, right? We ain't gonna be under the rulership of these demons, man, these devils, right? Doing things however petty it may be or whatever it may be. And that's a beautiful thing. So being tested. Now let's take it over to Yahawashi, okay? Because just how Job was tested, Yahawashi was tested the same way. All right. 1 second. All right, let's go to Matthew, the 4th chapter. Let's start at the top. Then was Yahawashi led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterwards and hungry. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of power. And that's telling you, man, to keep your eyes on your first love, on this understanding, which is the scriptures. Keep your mind on this first love, on what's promised in the scriptures. Don't keep your mind on the carnal things, the cars, the clothes, the shoes, the whatever it may be. Don't keep your mind on that stuff, on the food, all of this. We can't live off bread alone. This carnal stuff is not going to protect you, all right? Your sword is not going to protect you. Your gun is not going to protect you. All that stuff is not going to protect you. What's going to protect you at the end of the day? What's your true escape? The scriptures, Yahawashi, the groom, all right? So that's what we got to keep our focus on. That's what's going to feed us. That's the true feast, okay? That's the true wedding, you know, coming into the chariots. And the only people that's going to be allowed to do that is the people that's truly believing in Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and doing what he said. Right? Verse 4. But he answered and said, it is written, I'm going to read it again, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of power. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Yahawashi said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt Yahawah thy power. Why are you going to go tempt Yahawah thy power? You look at these Edomites, they love to what? Rock climb, going back to in their DNA, in their spirit of living in Petra, living in those mountains. All right? You know, they love to rock climb and do all type of climbing. Or they love to go out in the sea and scuba dive and deep dive and all of that stuff. Right? Basically tempting Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Okay? You know, a true Jake, you know, we ain't about to go out there and risk our lives doing no BS like that. I ain't, and it's probably Jake rock climbing, because Jake can do everything. Jake is the former of all things. But I ain't seen too many Jake rock climbing just for the fun of it. You know, now when it's some sports, Jake about to rule that. But just tempting your life, skydiving, right? All of that stuff, we ain't trying to do that. Why? What's the fun in that? It's like Esau Edom loves to seek a thrill out of life. They like to go to the point of where life is about to kill them. That's what they love to do. It's like that, and that amuses them. When life is about to kill them, they on that verge of it, but it doesn't, right? They love it because they want to tempt Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Right? They don't know how to stay out the way. That's a thing that, you know, we just got to stay out the way. Live a boring life. And it, whatever, man. You know, it ain't got to be too crazy. You don't got to be out there doing all of this. Try to be boring, but, you know, in that sense. You still got pleasures. Like, I still play the game. I still chill with my family, etc., etc. But I ain't doing nothing crazy. I'm not out here doing nothing crazy. All right? Let's keep going. Verse 8. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showing him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Right? And that's the thing, because Satan was trying to prick at him, knowing that man is ultimately naturally greedy. Man loves greed. Hey, Shalawam, brother. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Ahtham. Man loves power and control, right? So that's what Satan was trying to tempt him with. Verse 10. Then saith Yahawashi unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship Yahawah thy power, and him only shalt thou serve. So don't, because we take it back to Saul, right? Saul was made king, and he started uplifting himself over Yahawah. When he took King Agag, right, after they went and slayed the Amalekites, but they took the cattle, they took the beasts, and they sacrificed them to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. And what did Samuel say? I would rather you obey me than to sacrifice. Saul wanted to take a trophy because he wanted to uplift himself. Look, I got King Agag. Look at this king. Look at this. I got an Amalekite, right? This is my trophy, right? So he wanted to uplift himself. When Yahawah commanded through Saul, through the prophet, commanded him to slay all, the women, the children, the cattle, everything. Don't bring nothing back, right? So that's what Satan was trying to eat at. That greed, that lust, that glutton spirit, that wicked spirit, a lust. Because, man, all brothers have lust in them, man. And you got to fight that spirit, right? Constantly, right? So that's what Satan was pricking at, man. You know, because he saw it done before. If Satan had taken into account, if Satan been getting at your bloodline, your family, right? Let's say your uncle was a drunk, or your daddy was a drunk. He gonna try to come at you with the same spirit, right? Because he know, oh, I got his daddy like this, I can get him like this. I got his mama like this, I can get him like this. Same thing, okay? So you need to know what's going on, you know, and know what to look for. This is why the scriptures is there. This is why the stories is there. Because the same way that Samson got took down by women, you read that. Now you know, man, don't give your power to no women. You read Proverbs 31:3. Don't give your power to no women. The way which the story of Kings. You understand that. And you like, you know, these women ain't shit. Basically, you know, it's some righteous women out there. And if you continue to read Proverbs 31st chapter, it describes a virtuous woman, a righteous woman, right? In that sense, a woman that you should be looking for. And then, you know, Sirach 25 and 26 lets you know what a wicked woman is looking like. Or Proverbs 4th chapter, 12 and 4 lets you know a wicked woman is going to be a rotten, like a rotten bone to her husband. So, you know, them red flags. You got to peep that. Because the same way that Satan's trying to give him a kingdom, Satan may look at you and be like, okay, your sin is lust. So he may try to give you women. All right? Some brothers may be plagued with women when Satan just, and this is Yahawah really tempting you. Just sending women your way, back to back to back, right? Or Yahawah may see that you ain't really affected by women, so he may try to come at you a different way. Regardless, you going to be tested. You got to be tested by whatever your worldly flesh is desiring after. Because you got to be refined, and it's got to be purged out. Yahawah really has to check you and see if you really truly in this thing, or you going to run back to whatever you love to do in the world. It may be weed, it may be adultery, it may be lying, whatever it may be, right? Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi is going to test it and try to bring it back, all right, through using Satan, all right, the same way he did Job. And he's going to bring you low, you know. And brothers have been brought low, all right, man, you know. So I was talking to my brother, man, the other day, man. You know, brothers get brought low, but it's a beautiful thing to see a brother still uplift Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi through that. You know, I remember I was broke, didn't have no job, I barely making it, and still with Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, because money should never change you. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the test. A part of that is understanding that everything is damn near a test. You know, understanding that this is a test. Yahawah want to see if I'm gonna fold on him when I ain't got nothing, and then he'll bring you up with money and want to see if you're going to leave him because you got to where you wanted to be, all right? And you should never change. Never change, man. All right, so that's pretty much it. It's Matthew, the 4th chapter, 1 to 11, and then Job, the 2nd chapter. So you will be tested. You will be persecuted, okay? And these little tests that we're going through, they building us up for the persecution that's coming. I'm talking about that heavy persecution. Let's take it over to Amos, and I'm wrapping it up, guys. Shalawam to all. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Barak Ahtham to you and your households. Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days cometh, saith Yahawah power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. So when that comes, that's going to be the ultimate. We gonna know. You know, brothers that's in this thing, we already gonna know what it is. We already gonna know. When they pass that decree where we can't get on the corners and read the scriptures anymore, we can't taking brothers' YouTubes down, whatever it may be, however brothers put it out, right? Banning all of that, knocking it down. And what's the main thing they gonna say? Misinformation, right? Constantly. They gonna hit everybody's video with misinformation, right? And this is why we see it right now. This is why Jake talking cold right now, right? This is why we say VC or CV19 or CHIP or MOTB. We can't talk freely. Jake is what? Commanders speaking of spammering with spammering lips. All right, we speaking in slang. We got to speak in code, especially, man, because Esau is watching. So if we just come out and say it boldly, in that sense, we stand bold, but we still got wisdom to understand and speak in code, right? Because Esau automatically take your videos down if you say the wrong thing. And that's part of this war. That's part of the persecution. And that's part of this test, all right? So apply wisdom and move with it, man. Hey, Shalawam. So Hey, with that being said, man, that's all I pretty much got. All right. Be prepared for Amos 8 and 11. It's intensifying how we see, it's a spotlight on Canada right now. You know, what's going on up there. And that dude, Trudeau, man, that dude been off. Wicked as hell. All right. It's a lot of Edomite families that's been revealed up there in Canada. All right. So, yeah, Pete, pay attention to that. You know, brothers probably going to do some lessons on that. And then Iran is sending soldiers to join Hezbollah. So that right there is intensifying because them Amalekites done picked the wrong ones. Y'all can mess with Hamas because y'all created them. But Hezbollah and all of that is Iranian backed. So, hey, that's about to intensify. They mess with the wrong ones. And, you know, so that's a beautiful thing as we see that coming. And don't forget that they was passing in the Congress anti-ism laws. So that's going to take a step forward. And I believe that's going to take a step forward either next month or the month after that. They rushing that through, okay? And as the Agent Orange, Trump said, anybody speaking against the WHO's, right, said they deserve to get their head chopped off, basically, all right? So, you know, Nero, through the spirit, we know that's Nero, man. He want to bring guillotines, and we know that's through the spirit. He got to bring it. He got to bring guillotines and firing squads and all manners of torture, all right? He's going to bring it. I believe that, man. You know, brothers can see that. Whoever's in that office. Because that's according to Project 2025. 180 days in office after January 1st. 180 days, the president is going to be made basically an absolute king. Okay? And it could be done quicker if they pass martial law. Because under martial law, the judicial branch and the legislative branch are thrown out the window. And the executive branch, which the president sits on, is the king. He's a king. Absolute king. I'm talking about anything he says goes. He don't need an executive order. He can, if he want to say, all the camps on the corners get locked up today, boom, he just passed that order and boom, that's it. All right? You send all these private militaries and the National Guard to come and round brothers up. Okay? And don't forget that brothers is on the red and blue list, man. You know, already. And that's been, I remember I read Behold the Pale Horse when I was 15. And they was talking about the list. So that was, that book came out in the 90s. And I read that book in like 2011. So that's been planned out. Right? So, yo, brothers, you on the list. You on the list. If you preaching this word and you hitting the corners, you on the list. Expect that persecution. How I get took off. You ain't gonna get took off the list. We on the list. Alright? They know who you are. You can change your name. And that's even stupid to go legally and change your name. Like IUIC be pushing. Don't do that shit. Alright? You making yourself even more of a target. That's not wise. To go and legally change your name to something being whatever, man. You know, that's just not wisdom. But hey, with that being said, man, all praises be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of GMS that taught us this truth. Shalawam to you, sincere. I count out there pushing, preaching this 100% doctrine. Shalawam also to you, 1/3 men, women, and children. Maintaining yourself from Yasharahla and abide the ball. Shalawam.